We are jumping onto Zombie by Yungblud. This was actually on my to-do list back when I saw that it was coming out, because I also saw that Florence Pugh is in it and I love her, I think she's incredible. And obviously now I have watched Changes by Yungblud and that blew me away. I don't really know much about his music or what kind of style it is, so I'm really excited to be jumping into it today. And of course, as always, it is a reaction and analysis video, so I will be stopping and pausing and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full video uninterrupted, I've left the link to the original video in the description below. If you are new here, hello, I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I'm a singer and a voice teacher, and I recently released my debut album, so do go and check it out over on Spotify. It is called Echo under my name. You can also purchase a digital download or a vinyl record, so do go and check it out. All the links are in the description below, and you can also find my Patreon link in the description below as well. But anyway, I'm really excited to just jump into some original music by Yungblud, so yeah, I don't know what I'm in for. Hit that subscribe button and the bell button and let's get to it.
About the words they would hurt, they would hurt.
Okay, hold on. Am I gonna cry? Do I need tissues? This is the kind of almost heartbeat kind of dum 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 like rhythm beats that we're having is really kind of, it feels like it's already connecting to us. That's what I'm feeling anyway. I'm kind of like, okay, it's just like marching along, and it's kind of this slow tempo as well. Really nice that we started off with this acoustic guitar, then went into this, the rock, like, you know, electric kind of band. Let's talk about his vocals as we start. So there's this husky element to his vocals. We don't have clear vocal fold closure, so we're not, you know, the vocal folds aren't connecting all the way. We're allowing some breath through, which is really, really nice and creates this breathy tone, this husky tone. There's a bit of crackling happening in his voice as well.
If I was to talk about the words they would hurt.
And the way that he's kind of like decorating the word hurt, like it's an odd word to decorate because it's meant to make us feel a bit like, what? Did I hear that correctly? If I was to talk about the words they would hurt, and then he repeats they would hurt, oh, and it's written over the phrase as well. It's really nice. It's kind of just holding out with the chords, but the way the melody is phrased so far, it's really interesting. It doesn't kind of follow the almost comfortable, I would say, setting that we have musically at the moment.
So if you were to ask about the pain, I would lie.
Gosh, I'm feeling like it's tough, but also just like the acting, the visuals that we're seeing as well. It's about the kind of like, just pretend everything's okay kind of thing, like the fact that it would hurt, I would lie. Let's talk about his vocal choices as well. We're hearing some vocal fry. So this is the lowest type of vocal range that we have actually before we get to thick folds. There we go, into the thick folds, right? The vocal fry, we can kind of ascend from anywhere, but it happens like from below. And there was a moment just now, we'll go back to it. Something else about how he's singing right kind of forward. He's not opening his mouth too much. It's almost like he's mumbling. We can hear everything he's saying, so it's really interesting. So, you know, it's not like he's over enunciating, what's the word? At the words or anything, but everything's really lingering, kind of joined on together as he's going through the phrases. And also we're hearing some breath in between the phrases, like that kind of intense feeling.
Ask about the pain, I would lie.
That vocal fry at the end.
I would lie to fix my mind.
Oh, nice.
I need time, but it's running out. It's running out.
Okay, hold on. Well, I want to hear this build up again. I love that we use that same motive almost, right? Da 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 da. And I like as well that the first half is like swung almost, da 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 da. Then the rest is, I slowed it down a bit then, but the rest is straight on it. It's not just da 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 da, like the same both ways. So that's nice. But yeah, you do that again, repeat, and now we're going. There's a little bit more of that distortion coming through, and I've spoken about distortion on my channel before, but when we are playing around with the distortion, and if you are someone who's wanting to, play around with this song or similar artists and play around with distortion, we need to make sure that it's not pressing on our vocal folds. It actually happens a little bit above at somewhere called the false vocal folds. They're what's making contact, not the true vocal folds, which is what I'm currently talking in now. If we were to press here, it would feel really like pressed and we'd get tired really quickly. We wouldn't feel nice. When we use distortion correctly, it feels wonderful. Like, it doesn't hurt and we can continue it.
But it's running out, it's running out. I knew that I can't live without you, but this world will keep turning if you do. Would you even want me looking like a zombie? Would you even want me, want me, want me?
Whoa. Oh, that actually made me cry a little bit. Oh. Okay. That's such a beautiful image of I'm guessing Florence Pugh is playing the part of, the helper, the nurse. She sees all these stories. And we're hearing the song from Yungblud as in the perspective of the patient. So they're playing different parts, but here you can see it's like Florence Pugh's character is part of many different stories, and it's a huge weight, of course, but look at the reflection, because there is so much help and love there, and I have heard this chorus. I do recognize this chorus, so I must have heard this somewhere. Do you even want me? And it's interesting because we're keeping very relaxed as we're ascending, as we're up higher in this vocal range up here for him. We're keeping very relaxed, but kind of these sudden stops in the vocals, want me, like we're not leaning on, and it's very jarring to hear these kind of this glottal offsets. And that cry. Without you, yeah. There's like a cry right onto the which is goes. Oh, there's the reflection there as well. This is beautiful and soft. So we've just gone from really remaining lovely and full. It's moderately clear here than we had before. So we just soften that up. So it's like the vocal folds are connecting, then we really just let them, a gap between them to let the breath through in this higher note here. This world will keep turning if you do. Would you even want me looking like a zombie? Would you even want me? Yeah, actually there's cries coming up. Want me? There's it's like the tone finish just before the breath does, so there's a little bit of a moment of a flip in the moment, and we hear this kind of cry off. When we include this cry element, it means that we're increasing the resistance in our vocal folds. So that's why when we work on it, if you have a singing teacher or have listened to me talk about this before, when we include this kind of cry high, we are increasing the resistance in the vocal folds, making sure that as we ascend, the vocal folds are getting thinner, we're still getting lovely and connected vocal folds, so a clear sound. So at the end, what's happening is that the tone's kind of stopping, but the breath is still escaping, so we're getting this flip. It's so nice. And also just that shot of him playing, I think, did she walk past? He's hunched over. It's so like, they all are quite hunched over. It's like, it's not uncomfortable, but it's also like, what he's talking about is just, what he's singing about is, it's sad because there's so many other things that's going on, and the mind is just occupied with the negative thoughts almost, and it's like, people are here to help. Maybe he is singing about her as well. Ugh, vocal fry again at the end. Yeah, did you hear that? La, it's a bit low. La, and then we kind of go into that crackle. It's so nice. Whoa, whisper. Figment of the fools, a blank stare. They don't care. Say your prayers. I think as well, actually, he's kind of, because of the intensity and what this storyline is, his delivery, he is kind of almost bringing this speech-like quality kind of quite close to where maybe we could be pushing it and hurting and feeling. And sometimes, you know, we don't want to feel like we are tiring our voice out. If he was performing this every single night, we want to make sure that it's kind of like, you know, maintained healthily so we can keep singing it with the same intensity every single day. So it's like, we don't want to overdo it, kind of really press and feel that pain here and feel, but we might want to just increase that connection a little bit so it kind of almost feels like it has it without the effects of damaging. So it's playing around with our instrument, right? Playing around with seeing how much works for ourselves. This is why sometimes I think that distortion helps as well, because when it is, you know, when we feel it in the right spot, it suddenly frees up all this weight that we could be pressing on our vocal folds, and it's just a little bit above, and it just feels a bit more, that we can repeat it. Ringing the bell. But this is really sad. This is done so well, like the build up of all the music as well, the intense of his vocals, Florence Pugh smashing it. She's just wonderful. But it's just the whole, what it's making us feel, it's making us kind of listen, like, hold on, take a pause, this is hard. Yeah, and it kind of matches with the delivery of the vocals. There was something really nice that happened there. Oh, yeah, the long note. I love how that was held on. It just, again, you know, when we sing, we're using the same muscles as when we talk, but when something is a little bit different from when we talk, obviously it pulls us a little bit differently. So when we hold on to a note, which we wouldn't normally speak with long, hey, like we wouldn't just stay on a long note. It was on the word me, but it just draws it out. We're just in that moment and we just feel as things are moving in the background musically, just having that consistent long note. It's so powerful. And it ascends as well. No, she felt her angel wings. Oh my god. Florence is an angel and she knows. I love that the subtle like hair ties on the wrist, because that, I mean, that was something that was always there for me. What I was talking about earlier with the vocal quality really kind of almost pushing over. Now we've got a lot of distortion, right? There's a lot of that crackly, lot of distortion, kind of, it's an intense feel for the vocal folds, and it's just enough, especially when we've got distortion, it's just happening above, so it feels like we can continue it. And also the fact that whilst he's doing this, we can see how flat the tongue is, lovely open spaces as well. Everything else is really nice and relaxed. Even inside, everything's relaxed. It's not like tight for him to get this, right? Everything is really like relaxed in there for him to get that quality. Those harmonies there, guys. Aww. That was really beautiful. Well, I probably should have known that I was going to cry. I don't know, because everyone said it was really intense and it's me. But anyway, thank you very much for guiding me over to Zombie by Yungblud. I really enjoyed it. I want to see more, so let me know if there's another music video or live performance, if it's one of his own or a cover, because I think he's a really interesting artist. There's lots to kind of unpack and just discover with him, so let's go on this journey together. Please hit the subscribe button, the bell button and thumbs up button. Remember, you could check out my own music. It would mean a lot if you were to add your favorites to your playlists and let me know if you enjoy. Go check me out over on Patreon, but otherwise I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.